Someone contacted me the other day. They asked me how they can start their business, how they can start making money online. This is someone that came to me through my school community. You can check it out in the link in the description below. It's free for now. So they asked me, like, what can I do? Like, what are the first steps? There's so much content out there. There's so many people that they're listening to. They're reading a lot of books. Like, what are the actual steps? Like, how can we just get somewhere? So, I want to kind of give you guys the breakdown of what I told this particular person, because I think it applies to really everyone. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you want to be a coach, a consultant, you want to run an IT company, you want to create a startup. It all comes down to like just building out your own skill set. There's certain skills missing that you need in order to achieve those goals. So first things forward, like if you're going to invest something, you're either investing money or you're investing your time. So it's depending on where you're starting, maybe you've got some money behind you and you can use that as like a jump up. Most people that come to me with these kind of questions, they want to start without putting any money down. That's how I started. I didn't put any money down to start. That's why I love service-based businesses, informational businesses, consulting. So I love, those kind of business models. And so if you're trying to figure out like, okay, what can I do? I want to sell like digital product or sell some information or create a community or something. Like how can I go from, 0 to 10 real quick? First thing I'm going to tell you is that it doesn't happen quickly. You have to put in the reps, right? You have to build out your skill set. You have to learn how things operate. You have to make some mistakes, unfortunately. Hopefully with the right mentors, you can avoid those mistakes, but you have to make the mistakes so that you can learn. Like every kid has to fall down a few times before they learn how to walk and run. Like it doesn't matter how great your mentors are. Your dad could be a running athlete. You're still going to have to fall down a few times. But to figure out how to do it for yourself, it's just the way it is, because you need to rewire your own brain to understand the concepts, to understand what it takes. But if you're starting from zero, start with your skill set. Copywriting, sales, those are the two main ones, right? Copywriting is kind of like just content, really. Some people prefer writing, some people prefer being on video. I'll tell you now that it's far better for you to be on video because you can break it down into lots of different things. You can make a 10-minute video. That 10-minute video is now 20 different pieces of content. You can put it in everywhere, other social media channels. If you make a vertical video, even this video, it's for YouTube, but I could turn it into a vertical and now it's on TikTok, Instagram, it's a Facebook Reel, it's a YouTube Short. It's just high leverage. So I'd always recommend videos, but you need to do what is right for you at the time. So let's say you hate creating video content, just start writing. Write blog articles. LinkedIn articles I think are great because you can create a LinkedIn article and then later on you can make a video around it, embed it into the LinkedIn article. You get more search reach potential. People find you in Google. People find you on LinkedIn. But start with your skill set, right? Copywriting, knowing what hooks people in, knowing what kind of content people want to see that will lead to a sale. Don't just make content for the sake of it. Typically, you have to create something that's going to help people achieve goals that you've already achieved in the past. That's at least my pathway. If you're creating a whole new thing, like a whole new startup brand with technology, I mean, that's like a different thing. But you're still probably going to want to build like a bit of a personal brand. Because if you look at people like, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kim Kardashian, Conor McGregor, right? Logan Paul, like these guys already had real big audiences from doing their thing. And then they can just like launch a business overnight and it's, $1 billion. It is like an overnight success really for these people, but it's not really because they built that audience. So if you have like a technology startup or something, I'd still recommend you build up a personal brand. Figure out what you're good at. It could be writing, it could be, blog articles. Luckily with AI, you can kind of streamline this whole process. Video is a little bit harder to replicate with AI. You still have to actually make the video, but like I said, massive leverage. And then the sales, because you can pull people in. You can make a lot of content, a lot. And you should be making a lot on the channel that you're trying to target people on. Let's say it's, with YouTube, you might want to make like 200 videos this year. If you really want, like if you're looking for an accelerated process, you need to make those 200 videos. If you can make a video every day, even better. So you're going to want to accelerate it by just being consistent, putting in those reps. And so when people come to you, naturally, they're going to start asking you questions. How can I do this? How can you help me? That's when you get them on a call, or you can just kind of DM them with the offer. This is sales, right? Because you can make all the content in the world. You can have a really big audience. Like some of these influencers out there have hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers, but they make no money because they don't have like a sales aspect to their skill set. They haven't built that within themselves. So you also need to know how to sell. If you can, attract people, attraction marketing, copywriting, content, There's different words for it. If you can bring people into your world and then you can sell them, there's no way you can lose. There's no way that you can fail. Those are the main things that you need to focus on. Everything else can come second. You can build out all your back-end systems, your infrastructure. You can learn how to lead a team, management, accounting, tax, all that stuff. You can learn all of that when the money is coming. If you can fill your pipeline with potential customers and you never have to worry about that, life would be just so much easier for you. Most people don't do it that way. They start backwards. They get early success from like DMing people or cold emailing people. They sign a few customers and they think they're successful, and then they totally ignore their brand, whether it's their company brand or their personal brand. I know this because I did it. I totally ignored my personal brand. I shouldn't have. I wish I could go back in time, like years in the past, and just like tell myself, hey, just stop posting YouTube videos. Start building like something, build some kind of audience. Shake myself and tell myself to do it, right? But at the time, I probably, I didn't realize that was the case because I had some early success. People were buying from me from DMing, and I just had the right back end. I had a good sales process. I have a background in sales, so it was easy for me. But time has changed. It's more organic these days. It's, there's less trust in the market, especially online. Like, you can't expect someone to pay you $2,000 or any money really, for that matter, if you don't have anything like to back up what you say. Like, if there's no content online for them to like research to make sure you're a real person or not. Otherwise, you're just as bad as someone on Instagram who's a Forex trader with like 6 pictures of them with Lambos, but that's it, and they don't make any content. You're as bad as someone like that. You look like a scam. You need to have the content behind you. Same goes for your company brand. You need to demonstrate that you're a successful company. So the skill set really comes down to sales and copyright. Be able to bring people in. Those are the 2 main ones. You then need a really good offer. So if you're starting from zero, maybe you already have an idea of what you want to sell. It's better to try and replicate what someone else is already doing and just make your thing better than to come up with a whole brand new idea. The way that you make your thing better is by improving your offer. So the best teacher on doing that would be Alex Hormozy. So you can read his book, $100 Million Offers, I believe it is called. He's got another one recently, $100 Million Leads. I would also recommend reading that one. So then you've got your offer. You know who your target audience is. Hopefully you know who your niche is, right? That obviously comes first. You need to know like who you're targeting and what problem you're solving, have the offer, then create the content around the offer, bring people in, and then have a sales process. If you get those things right, then you'll have absolutely no problem selling online. You have no problem growing. There'll be other things and other challenges and obstacles that occur throughout that journey. And after you get to that stage, there's going to be things. There's always things, even myself now. I'm trying to make videos out here. It's horrible weather, but if you're committing to this, there's always obstacles. You got to get past that. But I promise you, if you have all that in place and then you just make content around it, show that you're an authority in what you're talking about, be authentic as possible. Don't care what anyone else thinks or says. In fact, you should embrace the negativity and the bad comments, because it will either make you better because you can reflect on them and improve, or it's just going to help you with your marketing anyway. So who cares? Plus, by the way, when people do give you negative comments or negative feedback, most of the time they're not really achieving much in their life anyway. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Take it on the chin, But if you do those things right, if you do all those things in order, you're gonna notice a significant change in your life. You're going to notice money coming in. You're going to notice that people are just naturally attracted to you, especially if you live what you teach, right? Don't be a fitness trainer if you're not into fitness. If you don't have a body to like demonstrate that you know what the hell you're talking about. That's silly, right? Don't sell something if it's not something that you use in your business. I see lots of these marketing agencies. They message me, I can build your brand, your audience. I can get you X amount of views and subscribers. But then I look at their following count and they've got nothing. Right? There's no alignment there. You need to have an alignment with what you're selling. And I promise once you have all that in place, it's going to be easy. So hopefully this will help you guys. Let me know in the comments below. Got any questions? And I'll see you in the next one.